What's up, guys? It's lo0nytnt. We are going to show you guys how many fish masks that I have. Also, I'm going to talk about the live stream that RuneScape just did. Very interesting stuff that we're talking about. It was very interesting. If you guys are RuneScapians, you guys will probably not agree with anything they said. If you just really love Jagex and enjoy them lying to you, you might have liked it. Alright, so first off, fish masks. How many do I got? Dun, 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 dun. Alright, here we go. 90 fish masks. I don't think anybody guessed it, but why I have so many? I'm just collecting them. They're kind of cool. They're a rare item, and most people say they're not a rare item now. You guys don't remember like the old like Santa hats and stuff? They were not a rare item either back in the day, and you know, now they're worth tons of money. First Santa I ever got was 150k. So you guys will see where these fish masks will go in time. They are rare. They're a discontinued item. They're valuable, but people don't understand how valuable they are. Especially when the evolution of combat comes out and a lot of people quit, they're going to skyrocket. So that's kind of what happens with rare items. Alright, so let's talk about the live stream. They lied to us the whole time. I don't know what they were doing. Like they said that they interact with the community. Like we're really tight with the community. No, you're not. What are you talking about? You don't even listen to the community, you know. And then they tried to say, that most of the people on RuneScape really want it, the evolution of combat. Now, I think the PKing is kind of fun, you know. I think everybody should try it, you know. That's what I said. Everybody should try it, right? So I'm not one of those guys that are like, no, evolution. No, I said try it, and I don't agree with probably 80% of the stuff they said. It was just they were talking. This is what would happen. So here's the question. They say a question, blah 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 blah, and then they all look at each other like, you answer it. We're still working on it, and that's pretty much to sum up the whole live stream. They said they were working on it over and over and over and over and over. Dual wielding will not be in Dungeoneering. Why? Because they haven't looked into it. They don't have any crossbows in Dungeoneering, so they can't dual wield ranging weapons, so they can't do it. They made sure the combat triangle isn't super crazy because of Dungeoneering, you know, using different weapons, because they didn't look into it. So Dungeoneering was pretty much just overlooked, you know, and you know, leave Dungeoneering alone. Just leave it alone. The more you leave it alone, the better the game will be. But you know, they did add like you're gonna be able to bind like 10 items, which is pretty cool. But other than that, you know, they don't know what they're doing. They said, this isn't rushed. We've been thinking about this update for a long time. This was rushed, alright? When you're still working on an update, you're rushing it. You know, when you still don't know the ins and outs of everything, you're rushing it. They're still trying to calculate the gear and everything, the HP, how to calculate it and stuff. They're still working on it. This is going to be a complete, like, you're going to go 90 miles per hour in your car and run into a wall, is what this evolution of combat's going to be. HP, Constitution, what does it do? Really, what does it do? 99 Constitution and 80 Constitution, I don't see a difference because the HP is just so slim because of all the gear. I don't see the difference. They're saying their like food and stuff is going to be better for if you're like Constitution. This is how they explain it. The Constitution, you look at your Constitution level, your HP level, and then you look at your cooking level, and then you find out the food that is around the same level, and then that food will be the best for you. Just let people eat what food they want. Who cares? If they want to spend the extra money to buy a rocktail rather than a salmon, well, they're spending extra money. I think just let them spend it, you know? I don't see the big deal, you know. You're trying to make bosses and stuff for lower like levels and stuff. The higher levels are just going to come smashing anyway. So lower levels aren't really, lower levels, in my opinion, shouldn't have bosses. They shouldn't. On a quest or something, cool. But what happens when you do a boss and you level up? The item doesn't do anything. How are they gonna implement low level items or something? I don't think low levels should have bosses. In-game bossing. That's what it is. I think it should be in-game bossing. And the people that say, "Well, I'm a pure, I don't want to level," you're probably not bossing anyway because you don't want to sit there and level anything up on accident. Pures. I don't know how pures are going to be anyway, but that's just my opinion. Your opinion could be completely different, but that's just my opinion. Overall, the live stream was them talking about like stuff that's just not gonna work, and I want to see RuneScape work. I want to see RuneScape in the next 3 years. I got fish masks that need to go up. All right, I want to see this game successfully go on, and they're putting the players down. And I don't know if you guys got that feeling, but I got that feeling like they don't want the old players anymore. They're telling us what we think. Well, they like it. Most of the community likes it. The people on the forums, well, the people that like the game, they don't have time to come talk on the forums. It's like, dude, you don't listen to the community, And then he was talking about something in his friends chat about a candy bar or something, I was like, what, dude? Come on. What he was trying to say is, because everybody didn't get to vote on the thing, they said, when a company makes a candy bar, do they let everybody take a survey on it? No. What they do, they make sure the candy bar tastes good, because if it tastes like crap, nobody's going to like it. That's just my theory. I'm going to stop the video because I'm going to end up just rambling on. And like always, anything goes good with the Dragon Med. 90 fish masks.